Yeah. So what did I learn from my conversation with Richard Hart? Did I have a conversation with Richard Hart? I certainly did, folks. And I learned quite a few things. In fact, I overcomplicated the question and I actually didn't get all the answers I wanted. However, I learned everything I needed to learn. And in fact, it helped me in a conversation recently. However, before I get too much into these things, I want to tell you guys that I finally sacked up and got this going. I have so many recordings going back months with Hexy Quinn, with Hex Leilani, with some fellow Salt Lake City Hexicans, with some crypto experts. I have all this stuff recorded. I even have some of it edited. And I've done podcasts for years, guys. But when it comes to me talking to the camera by myself, I've been a bit shy. In fact, no, it hasn't been that. I've been a perfectionist. So thank you to Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat, genuinely from the bottom of my heart, for in Vegas, you guys telling me, and as well as Hex Joker, encouraging us to just go, and also you guys specifically letting me know that don't worry about it being perfect, just get it up, because I want to start advocating for this. But anyway, please like and subscribe and share out to as many people as possible. I have lots of cool content coming. But without further ado, let's get into my conversation with Richard Hart. Sorry, guys, for the time delay. All right, here we go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Good questions.
Appreciated the follow. That was cool of you too. Thank you. Oh, that was the end of it.
Good meeting you.
Hold on. Let me go back to the beginning. Okay.
And
Next by works, then it works. But first, a pleasure to be a steward of your message. First message.
And
first video is
since
not
there's
perfect.
you guys, it's a pleasure to be a steward of your message. And since there's so many people here, I had a couple questions, but I'll try to do so with alacrity. Yeah, I'll ask with alacrity, and if it works, then it works. But first thing is, one of the things you say is, if you can do one thing right in crypto, or one thing right in life, get crypto right. And that can be broken down into so many areas. Like if you were to list like 3 to 5 things besides buy Hex, buy Pulse, buy PulseX, but I mean, is it understanding liquidity? What would you say are some of the best things to understand?
So to clarify the question, I said, is it to understand liquidity pools, just as an idea of him elaborating a bit more as to what we needed to know. But he said, to clarify my point, Richard has in the past said, if there's one thing you can do right financially in your life, it's to get crypto right. Not just one thing right in your life, but one thing right financially in your life is to get crypto right. So here's his answer to that, I asked for 3 to 5 things of how to do so. And here's his answer.
Choose the right one.
Okay.
And delay gratification.
Okay.
And don't get scammed. Don't lose your keys. Don't give your keys away. Don't authorize the wrong app. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else.
Okay, gotcha. I was looking far more into it than that. So
yeah, Don, we already know that. So anyway, the main things are find the right project, delay gratification. That's important. That's what Hex is all about. I'll go into that on some different streams. Second is don't give your keys away, or don't lose your keys. I have an actual good stream that I want to do with a couple of my buddies that during the PulseX sacrifice had a disaster happen when it came to a Trezor setup. And I'd like to get them on stream if they're willing to do so, potentially get some help from the community as far as answering their questions. But that's important. And the third thing is don't allow certain apps to have permissions to your wallet. And this goes for a lot of the NFT folks, which I'm very plugged into that community. And but do not let that happen, because for those that are new here, oftentimes you sign a transaction and you don't know everything that it's doing, or all the permissions that you're allowing in your wallet. Or even if you sell an NFT, if you engage with a certain NFT, it can have some disastrous consequences. So anyway, with that being said, let's continue to my second question.
Yeah. But that's just, you won't make more money on that. You'll just think you're smarter, but you might not even end up being smarter. You might learning about liquidity pools might make you trade, and then now you lose. Trading's losing in general.
Absolutely. So the second one, just very quickly, I'm a 2013 Bitcoiner. I'd love that got robbed by Mark Karpels at Mt. Gox. I'd love to get that money back and reinvest it into this ecosystem. What are the odds of that happening to any of us?
Did you file your claim?
Yep, I filed.
Absolutely.
I get all the Japanese letter thing, but
well, then eventually it will happen. you will eventually get your Bitcoin back.
Yep, it's going to Hex.
Bitcoin.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Good questions.
Appreciated the follow. That was cool of you too. Thank you.
Yes, I do appreciate the Twitter follow, Richard. I feel official since you're following me on Twitter. Thank you very much. And thank you for acknowledging that the questions were good questions. I very much appreciate that. So the takeaways are, I kind of summarized them up, but buy the right coins, buy the right projects, and hold. In fact, delay gratification. Stake your hex. This is not financial advice for anyone, in case you want to know, although it's good advice. Stake your hex so that you can actually earn interest on it. Delay gratification, lock it up to where you protect yourself from yourself. That is incredibly important because as I learned in 2013, when I sold things on a 5X, I thought I was a genius. Well, fortunately, I bought more Bitcoin and it's locked up without me willing to in the Mt. Gox lawsuit. However, those are very, very valid points. The other ones, I'll get some videos on that. But to the point of liquidity pools, I want to shout out Rags to Riches for his recent video on liquidity pools. I think that would have helped a lot of new people in it. And also Taylor from your video earlier today. I think that was very cool that you touched on liquidity pools and the fact that Richard kind of introduced you to them. They are helpful to know. And especially when you're messing around in testnet, it's helpful to know the way that PulseX, the ratios, incentive token, the ways that they work, so that you can play around. However, just to summarize, that's what I learned from my conversation with Richard Hart. Now, just to go on to a few other housekeeping items. Since I finally am getting this channel going, and I've been threatening it for a while, again, thanks to those folks, but I have some cool interviews, some with, did I already say all this? Babe, I think I already said all this, but anyway, Hex Leilani, Hexy Quinn, most importantly, and Hex Michiko, all three of them. I got them back in December when two of them were fresh into crypto. That'll be a cool episode to watch, kind of in retrospect after they had that amazing ladies show last night. So I'll get things like those uploaded. Some other things, I have some good deep crypto discussions, especially about PulseChain and are these coins counterfeit that are on the PulseChain? Are they counterfeit copies of Ethereum? I don't like that word counterfeit. I like the word copies. However, it was a good discussion with someone who's a bit more of a skeptic than I am. I'm a believer. And anyway, another cool thing, another thing that's delayed me from getting these videos out is I was blessed enough to have, right now I have a 3-month-old as of yesterday. And Richard Hart, he made it a good point to congratulate me when that happened.
Thanks, Hexiest man in the world. Congrats on the kid, man.
Yeah. So thank you, Richard, for that as well. So anyway, I don't want to bore you guys to death, but just know that I'm coming. I've signed up. It's time to do my job like the Crypto Sparbuck guys and everyone else does as far as getting our whole ecosystem out into the sphere of the world. I think that's important that we do so with alacrity. And also, I had an interesting conversation with our boys karate coach that I'll share later, but that's one of the things I'd like to do. And also I want to make it clear that I'm going to talk about a lot of other things crypto that are outside of our sphere on this channel, because it's important that we onboard as many people to PulseChain as possible. And any one of these projects is fair game because they are going to have tokens on PulseChain, and it's important that we let them know about it. Now, last thing, you guys can tune out now, but if you want to hear me ramble for a bit longer, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but the name Network Effects, I do want to give myself a bit credit. I think it was kind of clever. Network effect is what builds a blockchain. It's the phenomenon where you have massive amount of people enter and make something work. And so network effects is quoted by probably every crypto influencer, every crypto professional. And it was spelled network EP hex, E hex, P hex. That references hex and it references PulseChain. Just a little nuance that I thought was clever. Not trying to pat myself on the back. In fact, maybe I give myself a little for that one. So anyway, I liked meeting so many of you guys in Vegas. I'm looking forward to having a lot of you guys on here as far as interviews. I have a lot of podcast experience, but not used to talking in the mic directly. I'm probably been extremely repetitive and redundant, and I want to be pithy when I'm talking to you guys, and concise, succinct, etc. So anyway, without further ado, I'll let you get back to your days. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, because I assure you, you have a committed gentleman to promoting all the things that we want to promote to help raise the value of our investments. And I'm dedicated to do so daily. Hold me accountable on Twitter. I'm not kidding. If you see me slack, hold me accountable. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Maddie, for hosting that conference. And that's where I got that clip from. Maddie's done an amazing amount of work for Hex. I could shout so many people out, but I'd be here for hours. So anyway, thank you all. And look forward to hearing from me tomorrow at the latest. What do you think? Do I need to do another take? Should we watch it?